One of the best features of SAP Analytics Cloud is that it provides BA capabilities, predictive analysis, and planning capabilities in one single integrated platform. Planning is one of the most important features of SAP Analytics Cloud. Planning models typically allow us to do everything analytical models do and give you a lot more control over your data, wherein we can do budget allocation, forecasts, what-if analysis, and so on. If data entry is done into unbooked cells, SAC equally distributes it to its child members. On the other hand, if there's existing data in the cells and if a modification is made, SAC automatically spreads the data in the same ratio as the underlying members. This helps to preserve existing patterns in the data while updating the dataset with new plan values. To make the planner's life easier, SAC supports two modes: single data entry and mass data entry. Mass data entry allows you to make a bulk of entries, and you can pause recalculations until you're ready for it. Consider a data blending scenario where data is at different granularities for different accounts. One account is missing line item level information. Will I have to resort to manual entry? No. Structured allocation allows for manual percentage allocation, where a value from a cell can be distributed to its children, among its siblings, or even pick up the ratio from a separate data source using the eyedropper tool. Tedium too much for manual percentage allocation? Automate it all using the execute allocation process to use a different account as a driver for the percentage distribution. Let's assume you view a list of vendors that your company acquires goods from. If a new local retailer comes along and proposes a quote, and you want to see the impact of the purchase on the overall picture, this new retailer need not be present in the master data of the source system for you to perform this ad hoc analysis. With on-the-fly member creation, you can enter new member values for any given dimension and enter facts corresponding to them. So if there's ever been a misconception that planning only allows fact entry, members on the fly is a pleasant surprise for you. Now, you might be wondering by this point, anyone can enter anything? Does this all not go against maintaining the sanity of the single source of truth against which a whole team of users is to report? How can I maintain the data quality while still having the flexibility of ad hoc analysis? You can save multiple versions of the same account and the same category and play around with it, forecast on it, and keep it local to your account until you're satisfied with your changes, then publish it back to the model for usage by all other users in the team. Then comes the question of who gets to edit what. With SAC's extensive data locking capabilities, you can lock or restrict or grant control to users right down to members in driving dimensions with ability assign owners for controlling the same. SAC allows for forecasting through just a right click with 3 different algorithms: linear regression, triple exponential smoothing, and automatic forecasting. Although a multitude of front-end tools allow for forecasting in as little as a click, SAC takes the upper hand with the ability to write back to the model with the forecasted values, thus enabling reusability. Though forecasting is available as part of the BI module, if the prediction is the need of the hour for your company, the SAC Smart Predict module, in conjunction with the planning module, is your way to go. One other powerful feature of the BI module that goes hand in hand with planning is the value driver tree process. Allowing for a driver-based modelling of your business, this allows for what-if simulations of one final KPI based on all the driving metrics. Said simulations can be written back to the model for further insight. One underrated hassle in the planning is the actual collection of data. Interaction with a colleague to gather their input happens typically outside the planning system. What if the planning system also encompasses the ability to delegate the data collections task? What if it could show the current status of the task, send reminders, and that all's required is the maintenance of the person responsible list for the members of the dimension under question? SAC provides input tasks to ease the load on senior level planners by enhancing collaboration. SAC simulates an Excel-like interaction for the copy and paste of data cells, but if the bulk of data is large and repeated a set of copy actions and calculations is to be performed periodically, the set of actions can be saved as a data action trigger. Providing a flow graph-like interface, data action triggers can perform a series of actions sequentially. The action can be a simple copy of an account, filtered out copy of facts within one or between models, or even a complex calculation applied on an account for a specific time frame alone. Each action can either be modelled geographically or through scripts based on your preference. Once configured, data actions can do their magic with a click of a button from your story. The updated values, once written back to the model, will affect all the applications in the landscape using that model. So these are the key features of planning in SAC,